Welcome, soul family. I'm the magical medium, and welcome to the spiritual guidance channel. Welcome, dragons. Yes, today we are working with the Dragon Path Oracle cards for our first quarter moon in Aries. So, obviously, dragon is before us. So, anytime in my readings, any animals or spirit animals, any angelic creatures, things like that come into our path, it is also for you to research beyond this message from spirit. It's for you to look beyond even the messages behind the cards and research more either about dragons in general or research what you need to hear spiritually from the dragon spirit animal. There are many different forms of dragons from different folklore in different time and space and dimensions. You know, I love hanging out with the dragons because every time I hang out with them, it's like a combination of like, those, the really cool kids in school. You're like, oh, they're so cool. You look up to them. You don't even know why. Everybody likes them, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent doesn't matter. But it's like, the cool kids. You want to be with the cool kids. Yet I feel like they're like one part that because they're like so cool, but they're like real cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're not like faking it. They're the real fucking deal. But then there's also like this Gandalf energy with the dragons. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I feel like they're very like, you will not pass. They're very strong, but they don't have ego. And even just the way this came together, I have been working with the dragons for I don't know how long. It's been a while. I started working with them and then wow. So I'm excited to. Oh, when I looked down, it was 202. So that is our angel number 202. Also 22 or the form of two. Twos have been coming up a lot. Thank you, dragons. Before we go any further with this reading, the dragons wanted me to let you know that there is a wonderful spring forecast, new beginnings pick a reading. So that is going to be coming out this weekend in real time. Today is Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. So I will be releasing that pick a reading soon. There are six, was it six? Yeah, six different spirit animals and medicine shield. So there were spirit animals in there, and then there's one medicine shield. And if you watch the waxing crescent reading, you'll know which ones are in there. However, spirit had me jumble them up a bit, so that was kind of awesome. I actually did it on Monday, Moon Day, in this like really strong Moon Day magic. So yeah, and even though it's a spring forecast for our lovely, beautiful Southern Hemisphere family, it's just about the concept of spring. So even though you're going into fall, it's like the concept of new beginnings because it's it's also about being in Aries season, starting the new astrological year. There's just a lot of messages in there from the spirit animals, guidance on, what to work on, what to just a lot of different things. Just basically, let's put it this way, they really were like six separate readings. I mean, for real. I mean, it was like it was like a whole day event. I felt like I was in a marathon, and the funniest part was I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm putting shit away, and I'm going to blow out the candle, and spirit's like, what do you mean you're done? And I was like, oh, you want me to shoot some shorts? I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like shooting shorts, and I knew I was supposed to do that too. But then I started to go put stuff away, and spirit's like, what? And I look at the table, and I'm like, it was like dun dun dun, and I'm like, oh no. And it was reading six, and it was upside down, right? So it's like I can't see what it is. All I can see is the thunderbolt, on the back of the animal medicine cards. It was, you had to be there, but it was just really funny because I was like, oh fuck, like I was so tired. I was like, I don't think I could do it. I'm like, maybe tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow. They're like, you can do it. And the cool thing was it was like kind of short and sweet and to the point. It was fucking perfect. But I got it all done. So yesterday I felt like God in a way. Like I'm not God, but I'm just saying like on the seventh day they rested, kind of thing. That biblical analogy. Anyway, with that being said, lots of cool things happening. In the first quarter moon energy, it's about taking action. So, whatever intentions that you set for this moon in Aries, as Aries facilitated the fire energy for you, what intentions did you set? And where do you need to take action on them? Have you not set any intentions at all? That's okay too. Maybe you don't need to. We're going to pull some cards and find out. But yeah, look at the way that candle is burning down. I don't know if you guys can see this. Like, I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see like this? I can't see because I'm at a weird angle. It's just burning really cool. I used to get upset because that's my scarf, and I'm like, fuck, it's burning into it. And now I'm just like, nah, it got mangled the last time I washed it. It just, this is the thing. This is the thing I've been getting from Spirit a lot lately, is that when we try to fight things, ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Is that me or does that look like a witch face? Do you see this? It's like a granny witch. Don't mind my tattered shirt. This is like, that shirt that you can't throw away. It's like my whoopee. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's got holes in it. It's seen better days, but I just love it because you know what I do when it starts to get stretched out? I use those holes for my thumbs because it's that kind of material that's like so soft and old that it just like comes together. I don't know. Anyway, I just got that from Spirit. Like, you don't always have to throw things away, you know? If they're not perfect, it's okay if they're a little tattered, you know? I love when we have these kind of readings and they're really just kind of stories. It's spirits, trying to give us messages. The dragons are giving us messages. Like, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like a heart right there. If you tilt your head to the left, actually, if you just kind of look at it, it looks like a little heart. And they're telling you that they're sending you messages like that all the time. I feel like they're like, beep, 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 beep. They're like, it's like, what do they call those? Anyway, but also I'm hearing for you guys to get a little freaky with it, like music and, let your weirdo come out. Let your weirdo come out. I love your weirdo. So does Spirit. So does the dragons. I mean, it's like they want you to be entranced with your own beauty, but not fall in. What's that goddess, or that story from the gods where they loved their reflection so much that they fell in? Oh my gosh, look, you can still see the heart right there. I love it. Right? They loved their reflection so much that they fell in and drowned. Right? We're not supposed to fall so in love with ourselves that we're like, I'm so beautiful and like there's no one above me. It's like, no, we all have creaks and crevices, right? We all have a cool, funky, fun side, but a not so pretty side, right? Like, they had me leave it like that. This is such a cool piece of wood. I could really do some neat things with it. But they're like, no. Ooh, it kind of looks like a dragon, doesn't it? What? 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 And also for my scryers, I'm getting some messages from Spirit that you're avoiding things. Like, I feel like they're giving you, they're going in the darkness for a minute. I feel like they're giving you so many signs and choices and things to do. And it's, I don't know, there's no signs. I don't know what's happening. And they're like, come on, what about X, Y, and Z? What about this? What about that? They're like, you can fool yourself, or look at that. You can try and fool yourself, but that's all you're doing. You're just fooling yourself. Spirit sees everything we do, and it's not supposed to be like that. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this, creepy biblical, because it is. There's some fucking creepy ass shit and it's, when I say biblical, I mean that in all religious texts. I'm just using it in my context of my growing up, but there's some fucking heinous shit, man. And we're just here to say, you know what? No more. So I feel like if you found yourself to this specific reading, we're going to get some pearls from Spirit. So let's jump in. I'm really excited to talk to the dragons. Also, is it just me or is this like remind you of a dragon's egg? Oh. My husband gave me this for my birthday last year. It's a very special piece. It's got some cool shit going on. Okay, so dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm going to go back and focus. Yes, nice. I'm going to bring some of that little yellow sunshine in the bottom there, right? Because here, dragons, the cool thing about dragons are they come from all different realms. They have all different energies and different meanings. In this particular deck, there are 4 different clans. Before we even get to that, I'm going to tell you what the clans are, okay? So let's get to it. Meet the clans, the dragon clans. Within the Dragon Path Oracle cards, there are 4 groups of dragons, or dragon clans as I know them, who will guide you through this ever-winding path of life. Now, mind you, this is coming from the readers, from the creator, the channeler of this Oracle deck. And their name is Caroline Mitchell. Thank you, Caroline. Okay, and have some water, Spirit said. Oh, and I looked down, it was 11:01. They said there, shit like that. Then they're sending you 11:01 or 11:22 or 11:33 or 3:33 or 4. They're like, every time you keep seeing series of numbers, even if they're not the same, if you keep looking and for some reason you just see things, whether it's on a fucking sweater of somebody who walks by, right? Or it's like, a jersey on a game that you're watching or on the digital monitor. It doesn't matter. They are sending you these signs. Oh, 11:33. Fuck, I love them so much. I'm all like looking around, like, and they're like, look. Anyway, and 11:39. So yeah, there's some, you guys, we are powerful motherfuckers. When are you going to get it? That's what they're trying to say. The dragon is like, when are you going to stand in your power? You cannot let your ego run amok. So they want you to channel the dragon energy through the rest of this moon cycle. Also, 11:56, which is also 11:11. They also want us to work with the spider spirit medicine. And please, please, please do not kill the spiders. They are here to do their work. They serve a purpose, a very important purpose on multiple levels. So they're asking you to please don't kill them. Just, swoosh them aside. But even so, be gentle because their legs are gentle. They're very gentle creatures. And, you may not like what they have to do to eat to survive or what they have to eat to survive. But they do a lot of good for the planet. And they're asking, oh my gosh, I swear I feel like that looks like the spider eyes, like when the light hits the eyes of the spider and they kind of glow. I swear now all I can see is a spider there. Before I saw like mountains, I'm like, cool, it looks like mountains. Look at the way they had me do this. I don't even notice this shit half the time until I'm doing this with you guys and my stoner's like, ooh, pretty, shiny. But also I'm a dragon. I got a fucking dragon tattoo on my arm. If you're really drawn to the dragons, there's a reason for it, I love the dragons. I love the dragon family, but that I know for certain that this path that I am on with them has been to teach me how to be humble. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. To know me is to love me, 'cause I'm doing the best that I can. Right? You know that song? I sang my own keys. But we have to be humble, and it's hard. It's fucking hard. And they understand. They know. They get it. They see it. They're here. And that's the whole thing. Like, they want us to laugh and just, laugh at life and laugh at shit. Did you ever watch that movie and like throughout the movie, the person's getting away with it, and you're like, oh man, what a fucker. Oh, what a shady fucker, and you're like, oh, I really thought he was a good guy, and at the end, they're like, I got away with it. Everything's great, and then they go to pop the champagne and then they're listening to their messages, and all of a sudden you hear the person that they think killed got away actually. And he's like, leaves a message and he's like, hey, I got those files and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and you realize that he's like, what the fuck? And then the sirens come and he's busted as a motherfucker. But you know what? He starts laughing because he's like, he won. Like, touche. Holy shit. He outsmarted me. He outduped me. because sometimes you just gotta fucking bow down and say, you know what? You licked me. And that's okay. It's done. It's over. In the old days, they used to say, yeah, it was, anyway. Sorry. I can't help it. My brain goes to a lot of different places at the same time. So, with that being said, there are power in numbers. So the dragons want to work with us. That's why they say they're in clans, 15, 20. And it says, within the Dragon Path Oracle cards, there are 4 groups of dragons or dragon clans as I know them, who will guide you through this ever-winding path of life. We have the Earthwalk dragons, the Empowerers, the Galactic dragons, the Connectors, the Grandmaster dragons, the Teachers, and the Guardian dragons, the Keepers of Wisdom. Okay, so I don't know what cards we're going to pull. If they want us to read anything about their clans and where they come from or what's happening or any of that stuff, they will definitely let me know. But anyway, with that being said, let's hear what the dragons have to say to us. Where do we need to take action as a collective spirit? And thank you, you guys. That picker reading was really special. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your lives and to help you interpret your path as it is, right? Because it's the dragon path. Also, I'm very excited to share with you guys that Alder and I are starting another company together that is just for he and I. And even though we both have our own little worlds and our things that we do, he's the plant medicine psychedelic shaman, I'm the magical medium, I do this stuff. What we are going to be doing together is amazing, and it's art-based, and it's just going to be really cool. We have just a few more things we have to do, and then we're going to put it out to the world, and yeah, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if it's going to trickle over into Lula's life or if it's going to have its own energy, its own channel. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're growing with YouTube. That's all I know. My family and I, Alder, Baba, and myself. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for those of you who have stuck with me and subscribe and like and comment. It really does help. Thank you for the donations and the contributions and the prayers and all the support. Because of you, 1733 and then 34, because of you, we are where we are today, and we're getting closer and closer and closer to our dream and to our goal every moment, every day. So we'll keep you posted as that happens. Okay, so Spirit, as a tribe together, where do we need to take action? What advice would you like to give us, sweet dragon families? Where do you see us? They're talking about the fire energy of Aries. They want you to close your eyes and think about the fire energy right now. The dragon energy inside of you. There are snake-like dragons and fire-like dragons and water dragons, earth dragons. We come from everywhere, the stars, the seas, all of the mysteries. Thank you for allowing us to see and be with thee today. Close your eyes, get settled, get quiet. Roll into place. Hold your grace. Stand strong and tired. Don't be afraid of what you desire. Your tongue is tied to speak it true. Don't hold it in. That's what's wrong with you. You don't want to hear it. You just want to fight it. Well, then you spite it, and then you get mad at us and spirit. Well, this is yours, my dears. Here's the first message. Serene. It is channeled through me. I was like, there's channeled through my ass. I feel like my Southside Chicago was like, whoa, that was awesome. But it was also cool because I feel this too. Ooh, 22. Isn't that not what we talked about? Serene. Wow. Okay, so serene. It's about the imagery. We know it's 22. We know it's serene. So I'm going to go to the book. Oh my gosh. Also, I opened up to number 18, Luna. So I feel like the number 18 or the number 9 means something to you guys. Also, Luna means something to you as well. Maybe it's time for you to start really working with these moon cycles. Maybe it's your first time here. Welcome. Maybe you've been here many times before, but like something inside of you is like, okay, you know what? I know they're right. I got to get serious. This is real, you know, blah, 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 blah. Also, this looks like a heart to me. The blue-green kyanite wanted to come in. I was feeling a lot of mystical energies with spirit and the dragons today. You know, shit's about to get real on this planet, you know, and they don't want to sugarcoat it, but also they don't want us to be afraid because if we the energetic light that the planet needs for all of us to be here together, all of our different healing energies from all over the universe, in order for us to all align and come together, we cannot have any more fear. So this is the message from Serene. Her quote is, "I am the lapping of waves and the morning sun." Gently flowing water and a warm summer breeze depict this dragon's energy beautifully. Serene connects to the calm and resilient energy of Mother Mary, so you can rest assured that life is going to settle down, especially if it has been rather turbulent of late. Angel number 107, and also the number 8, which is infinity. And Serene says, "I am the lapping of waves and the morning sun. Allow me to wrap you in my blue cloak of tranquility and accept my presence as pure calm settles around you. When your inner perceptions shift, so will your outer world experiences. Remember that the tranquility you seek lies within. The volatile outside scenario is only a mirror of turbulence inside. Call upon me to guide you to that piece of heaven you crave. Hear the bird outside. When you hear the birds calling to you, that is spirit calling to your inner peace, to heal, to be still, to crave peace in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, in your soul. Let go, beautiful children. Let go. Observe your life experiences changing as they begin to mirror your inner feelings of serenity. Serene encourages us to go gently with ourselves. We are quick to nurture others, but often neglect our own needs. We must feed ourselves with that which brings us joy and makes us feel alive as we accept that we are important. Our worldly experiences will reshape and shift in a positive way. Also, beautiful souls, in one of the readings that we did, I don't remember which one, but in the pick a reading for the Spring Forecast New Beginnings, there was a message to watch the movie The Help with Emma Stone, Viola Davis. There are so many huge names in this movie. I could go on and on. There are literally so many. Olivia. So, you know, sometimes we have to look through a different lens to see the world as it is. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to watch The Help. Right now it's free on YouTube, but today is the 29th. So usually they change the movies around every month, and they're free ones. So if you don't know this, they do this. You don't even have to belong to it. It's just YouTube movies. It's free. They do have things where you can pay, of course, but every month they do have free ones, and some of them are free. I've seen almost every month, and some are just free for a limited time, for 1 month. And then, like, there's some, I saw it free like 8 months ago, but I haven't seen it free again. But if you don't mind paying for it as well, but it's just one of those things through YouTube. I also pay, whatchamacallit, we pay for no commercials. So if you can get it with no commercials, like rent it from your local library, download it, it's worth owning. It's worth paying for sure. It's probably one of the most amazing movies that's been made in this century, to show like what has been, what happened in the last, few centuries and many centuries before that. So anyway, when we don't do what makes us happy and brings us joy, we lose that serene inner peace, and all we're feeling is static. Okay, can we also talk about how powerful the dragons are? They had me put the card right there. I mean, do you see how it lines? I mean, in like the mountains behind there. I mean, there are no accidents. I mean, I can't help myself. When I see this, I can't help myself. I can't help but see the perfection of beauty, of allowing, and also when I was putting this together, at first the dragons, I was just letting them do whatever, and then we started working together, and then I kind of took over, and then it was just like this whole thing, and we were hanging out for a long time, and we had a lot of medicine, about control, and it was so amazing. So, allow the dragons, allow Serene to come into your heart. Also, I'm getting from Serene, she's talking about the chatter. When this happens, especially when we're in bed, right? Or when your alarm goes off and you're like, oh my gosh, the day. No, if you live in Serene and you live in the moment, everything will fall into place divinely. Our brains are a gift, but they do not control us. It looks like a heart right here too. Look at all the hearts. Let your heart chakra be your guide. You hear me? Let your heart chakra be your guide. And whatever action you take this moon cycle, may it be ruled by your heart first. May it come from a place of serene energy and love. I mean, look at how peaceful she is. I'm going to come up close because she is just, look at her. That divine feminine, and even the dragon. Look at the divine feminine energy of the dragon. And I think that is, before I thought those were hands, and now I realize it's like kind of tufts of fur. I think, oh no, maybe they are the feet. I always thought they were. But I can't help but, now I can't not see the heart there. But either way, also to be gentle with yourself. I'm hearing for some of you, you need to be gentle. Be very gentle with yourself. It is rough out there. I didn't want to speak of it, but Spirit said if I want to talk about it. But I feel like for some of you, I know, I saw the news. There was another shooting. And it's hard. And it makes you want to scream and yell and be like, fuck this place and fuck Spirit and fuck everything. And, I'm there. I get you. I should say I've been there. However, I have learned to find peace in my heart, because you know what? That I'm not saying that it's okay or that it isn't a significant moment in time and loss. I'm just saying that happens every moment of every day somewhere in the world. Some type of murder, some type of killing, some type of random hating somebody, hating themselves. Hatred runs deep and it's powerful. And the darkness is, just obliged to feed it. So don't feed it. On my Lulu's Life today, they have me post this, the dog days are over dance. So go check that out on my shorts. It's my latest shorts on Lulu's Life. There's a link on this channel if you've never been there before. But anyway, it's like they just wanted us to, they're like, listen, the ancestors are like, I know, this fucking sucks. I know. They're like, just hang in there. They're going to keep throwing shit. They're going to keep crawling inside fucking brains. They're going to keep trying to, do things to get people to walk away from the light, to walk away from their inner peace. And Spirit saying, don't let them. We have to do what makes us feel happy and joyful and alive. And as we accept that we are important, our worldly experiences will reshape and shift in a positive way. Look at how the light is hitting it. I was about to try and shift it around, and Spirit's like, no, that light's, coming from the flash. Do we want to have any more messages? This may be it, you guys. I'm not sure. Let's see. Dragons, do you want to pull any more cards today? Do you have any more messages? No. It's short and sweet and to the point. And I urge you, I don't know when I'm going to post that, whenever they tell me to, you know how this rolls. But it is significant. It is powerful. When I did the last one and I pulled myself together, I realized, I'm like, wow. It was because they had me do a preface reading for the tribe. And then there's like each individual reading. So I technically did 7. No, I did 7. I didn't technically do 7. I did 7. They're so funny. They're like, no, you did 7. But anyway, and that's why they're like, it's okay. Like I had a day yesterday where I just had to relax and just be quiet and be still and nurture myself. I still played. I was joyful. I did things. I pulled my bed apart. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful spring day. I put my linens outside and my duvet and, and the pillows and shook them out. And you know what I mean? Did all that spring cleaning. And it felt good. It felt good to shift the energy around. So go into wherever it is in your house, do a smudging, a clearing, pull back those drapes, open the windows, let the air in. Spring and fall are times of transition. It's about planting the seeds. But it's a transitional period. Whether the seeds are going into the ground to begin to grow and transition to something where in the fall, when the harvest is reaped, they're pulled out for abundance. What seeds are you planting? You don't have to take action if you're not ready to take action. The dragons are here to tell you, like, they're just here to support you. So those clans that were spoke of, call on whichever clan that you heard. Maybe one called to you. I don't know if they're going to have me do any more readings. This, it's Aries season. It doesn't surprise me that they're here. Because dragons, they pull no punches. We cannot work from ego. Ego is there. We love it. We need it. But we cannot work from it. The brain is there. We need it. But we cannot let the brain rule our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. And not only that, we cannot allow others to come in and steal our energy in any capacity. In any capacity. You need more yellow, right? You need a little more sunshine, right? I think that's because of I was just going to say. But see that fabric? You need a little more yellow. What colors do you need? What imagery? What do you need? Spirit's asking you, what do you need? Not what you want. What do you need? Do you need peace of mind? Do you need structure? Do you need to let go of something, release something? Even there, I felt like somebody was fighting me. Are you fighting the healing process? Do you think you know better than your higher self and spirit? That's ego. They know. And they love your weird. We love it. Look at all the different facets of this beautiful piece of a tree. I feel like this full moon coming up is going to be really powerful for all of us. So, what do you need to take action on? Even if it's just to get more sleep, that's an action as well. Sleeping is an action. It's an action. Resting is an action. We've got 2 Aries moons in this spring, in this fall. Both hemisphere family. What a gift. We're going to work through this and we're going to be gentle. We're going to be gentle with ourselves. We're going to be gentle with each other. We're going to look inside and see that there are many layers to all of us. And the sparkle's on the inside sometimes, right? You got to find the sparkle on the inside. And you will. Maybe for now you don't want your sparkle. Maybe you just want to be dull. And that's okay. You can just turn away for now. Focus on that. You know? Focus on that. Ooh, let's go down a bit. That was fun. Drink some water. Yes. Beautiful angels. Beautiful witches and healers and deep down believers. Dragons and unicorns and gnomes and witches. Elves and giants and creatures and bitches. We need you all. You shapeshifters. You have a purpose and you have a place. But you must do it with grace. We must keep our ego in place. That's the biggest message I'm getting. And thank you to the dragons, to all of the clans, and whichever one, maybe one of them you heard it and you're like, ooh, I just got the chills. Whichever one you aligned with. Let me see, are there any more cards? I'm going to pick some up. There's some on the floor that flew down. I just want to make sure that there's none here. No, but I have a feeling we may be having some shorts. So be on the lookout for that. And also be on the lookout for that pick a reading, the spring forecast, new beginnings with the spirit animals. Also, Bubba just came in to say hello. Hi, Bubba. Bubba just came in and she says, hello, everybody. And yeah, oh my gosh, we just made the cutest video. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's a little short. It's just like a little thank you awesomeness. But it's so funny because I'm not going to lie. I was like, hey, dude, do you want to do a video with me? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I'm like, you know, and she's like, I don't really want to. I'm like, we don't have to. I'm like, and then I go, do you want a treat? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it for a treat. And I shit you not. When you see it, you will know, like her face, like, I mean, I mean, I'm all happy. I didn't notice it at the time because I really felt, I was like, oh, dude, because she was being all loving and everything. And it wasn't until I watched it back that I was like, dying laughing. Because her facial expressions are so funny. Because I swear, if you like listen, you can hear her going, "I'm in it for the treats, man. I'm just in it for the treats." But it is a really cute video because I'm so happy, and I'm like, "Dude, thanks for doing this video." Like I'm talking to her, and she was like, she was totally not telling me that part. Like she was like, I couldn't hear those thoughts. All I felt was like the energy and the music from Lady Gaga, and like it was because we made it to 513 subscribers. It has gone past that, but I had taken a screenshot of that and was going to do it, and it just never came together. And I was like, that feels perfect because they've been kind of dwindling. And I think that's interesting because I think sometimes people just, you know, they subscribe for this or that or whatever, and then they move on or, you know, whatever. So we just, Bubba and I thought that was really funny. So if you see her face in the shorts, I'll be posting that soon. I don't know which one I'm going to do first, but it was pretty fucking funny. Anyway, I love you so much. Spirit loves you so much. The dragons love you. Dragons, do you have anything else to say? Just that you're blessed and not to forget that you are blessed and that you have a purpose and you came here and, you know, whether you're a star seed, right? Whether you're a star seed, an alien, you know, however you perceive yourself. Look at this moonstone, you know, if you're witchy, whatever you align with, Oh, did you see that? I don't know if you guys saw that when it went down. Oh, it's like, see how she is. See how she is. Oh, Anna gifted this. Thank you, Anna. One of the tribe members gifted this to me. And yeah, it's a special piece. So whatever you align with, that's your medicine, you know, like whatever you align with. But definitely check out dragon spirit animal or look further beyond like dragon meaning, dragon folklore, you know, mystery and folklore and that kind of stuff. And then also spider. Work with the spider spirit energy, and please be gentle with your spiders. Let them be. Ask them, you know what, they listen. You just ask them, say, can you please go somewhere where I can't see you? Or if you're going to be, if you really need to be up high to eat, go in a corner that I'm not going to, it's not going to bother me, or I won't see you often or whatever. But also, let me tell you, making peace with the spider will change your life forever, because it changed mine. And now they're like my dearest friends, and I've been having moments. Baba. Oh, Chi Chi. See, that's what she does when she's being bratty catty. Baba. All right. Anyway, work with the spider spirit medicine. She's probably telling me to go. Ba ba ba. Time to be quiet and move on. All right, you guys. Until next time, take really care. Take good care of yourselves and each other, and stay tuned for that pick reading. Bye. Love you. Baba.
Was that so necessary? Did you have to be such a bully about it? Bully, you bully sometimes, Chi-Chi.
There's a different way. You could have just meowed. That would have been cuter. I guess you're not feeling cute today. I love you. All right.